Hey guys, hopefully that came through with the fan that I have. Welcome to The Legend of Zelda Gold Cart off the Hyperkin 3-in-1 gaming system. Wanted to sit here and share this with you guys, hopefully in a better way. Standard overview of the basically the backstory of The Legend of Zelda. Also, sit here and have them with showing all the weaponry that is in the game. I will sit here and point it out coming up, I think after the stepladder. Yes, in the Famicom version, the thing there is called the Bible, or just Bible, and here it's called the Book of Magic. And well, here's Link saying, please look up the manual for details. And well, with that, let's get into it. Standard Zelda 3 file thing. Select your name. The life, you got register your name, elimination. Register your name basically is put your name in. Eliminate is basically delete whatever files. So let's get into the game, the actual game. So I'm going to be sitting here referring to it as Link. I always kind of found that a little off, saying, now we go and do this. I believe I sat there and mentioned in the Famicom version about how if you go the different way, there'll be a different setup for this here. And if you go back to the Famicom version, you'll see that I actually went up and right to the screen. As per usual, Link is going around killing these enemies, trying to get a force bomb drop, which he failed at. So as per usual, go up one screen, over one screen, kill all the enemies, and go. Then if it doesn't, or if you're playing, you don't. That's my little suggestion: is going up one screen, killing those enemies, going left to this screen, killing these enemies, or going, if you don't get anything, if you don't get the bombs, go down one screen. Because usually I found with the force bomb drop, these four screens usually will sit there and yield some bombs. And that none of the enemies sit there and give you anything. So Link is basically just sitting here making his way around. Got full things of bombs, and he is going to refill his hearts. And usually when I will say, I am going to sit there and also be saying I, or me, or whatever. But with that, I'm basically going to, going to the right, as per usual, going to be picking up the available heart containers. Gonna sit there and do the SOP. Yeah, SOP, the standard operating procedure, which is, move the screen, kill the enemies, move the screen, kill the enemies, move another screen, kill those enemies. As I've said in my Famicom Famicom version, you'll want to sit there and try to do this and set this up. Try to do this and set this up where you're pretty stacked, basically. When you get to the mid-game. The mid-game being dungeons 8 through dungeons 1 through 8. You want to be basically stacked. Stacked basically kind of being meaning you want to have the blue ring, the white sword, the bow, or the arrow. You don't really need to get the arrows before you go into the dungeons, but you kind of want to have just about everything in hand before going into the dungeon. And killing the enemies and getting the pickups, i.e. the 1 or 5 rupees, is, I found, the best way to sit there and do this. So, Link is just moving, taking out the enemies at a distance, even though they got hits. There's a good number of enemies here, or enemies around from to basically, the orange and blue moblins, relatively easy. So going up, ignoring these blue guys, going this way, ignoring those enemies, as per usual, just ignore the P-hats. The P-hats being those enemies that have the spinning top. I've always found them to be more than too much of a hassle to take out. To be perfectly honest, too much of a hassle to sit there and take out. So I just ignore it. So Link got the 2 extra hearts. Pretty easy enemies. He's kind of getting his ass kicked by. But revealing this particular, it's a secret to everybody, for 30 rupees. Link is just going to sit there and make his way to grab the letter. First the 100 rupees, then the letter. And then just kind of make his way into getting some of the stuff. Personally, and this is just me personally, I like to get as much as I can, around this section before going to get the white stuff, because and I'm just kind of letting you know, in case you've never played The Legend of Zelda or NES Zelda before. If you've never played it, then as I've said before, I usually like to have something like the map or the boomerang, because I tend to sit here and accidentally hit the wrong button and dropping the bomb right off the bat. But yeah, seeing as I have over 200 rupees, I kind of decided to grab the second potion right off the bat, and I was kind of thinking, well, since I have the potion now, switch to the bombs, and just hope and pray for the best. So as Link is just kind of making his way to grab this candle that basically shoots out fire, little fire. Kind of choosing, personally right here, I'm just choosing the fire here because I'm just gonna sit here and go and get some more rupee pickups. Since I'm kind of again in the area, figure might as well sit here and just grab them. Link basically sits there and does usual thing, screen kills. Didn't really need those the fairy or well, now he needs them, but before he didn't. Anyways, there's a hidden, it's a secret to everybody right here, but it is a 30. I do, why, and here I kind of forget and realize I'm in the wrong section, but standard operating procedure, kill the enemies, hope that they drop some rupees, because I know I keep saying this, but you want to sit there and make sure that that you have a lot of rupees by the time you get a lot of rupees and a good majority of the stuff. I hear I'm just opening up Dungeon 8 just so that I can sit there and pass through. Grab the coin, thank you. Pass through. And even though I'm kind of in the area for the arrows, I think with my playthrough here, I just didn't decide that I'd wait to get the arrows because you don't really need the arrows until I think it's Dungeon 5 with Goma, I believe, is the enemy there, and how you need to basically shoot Goma in the eye when Goma's eye is open. So the moblins are gone. Open up this here, grab these. Yep, there you go. Grab these 10 coins, or 10 rupees. Go down here. I basically kind of forget which one it is. I believe it is the bottom right one of the 4 there, which is the 100 one. Make sure I'm lined up so that I can sit there and just have it over the bush, secret to everybody, and collect the 100. So Link is basically going to be going to the right. One of the reasons why I suggest going, this is exactly why, that is exactly why I sit here and say, that my suggestion is to do it, is because there are times to go over one screen and kill all the enemies, specifically for the pickups, is because usually there's a bush or two that I kind of forget is one of them pay me for the door bushes. So I already know I don't tend to pick up all the it's a secret to everybody, stuff. But Link is basically slowly making his way. Get some more rupees, fill up his hearts with that, and grab that rupee, and I can kill these enemies again. I kind of forgot, at this point, I'm kind of realizing that I kind of forgot to grab the white sword. Because at times I'm a dumbass, and, well, usually being a dumbass pays for it. But here, Link is just kind of, slowly making his way over to around where the Lost Woods is. Grab not the 100 rupee one, but to sit there and grab the smaller amount. Those enemies I'm going after just because, if they do drop anything, can walk around versus the other ones that had that small, what do you call it? I don't usually screw around with them, just because in the pre-game, just because you don't have anything to collect them if they drop anything. Well, won't have anything until after Dungeon 1. So, being kind of close to the 255 mark also is why I'm holding off on the 100. Got lucky again by getting the stopwatch. The stopwatch basically sits there and stops. It basically freezes all of the enemies if you didn't know. So, kind of basically have one of those screw it moments. Wouldn't really suggest doing this unless you had the blue ring and the white sword, because the red and blue Lionels will basically massacre you. Basically kind of ignore the genies. Should sit there, and I believe with this, as you can see, that basically took out like two, just kind of bumping into them, took out 2 hearts. You can see why I sit here and say, don't really attempt this unless you actually have the blue ring, the blue ring and the white sword, because at least the blue ring will kind of soften the blows, basically, from the Lionels. Just gonna sit here and open up this medicine shop. Just because it'll be an easy access when you're in Dungeon 6 over there. And here I'm basically kind of looking for two passages, or at least one of 2 passages. This one being one of them, because there's a fairy fountain right there. And basically almost kind of close to the 255 max. And with that at max rupees. Here I'm just gonna kind of still ignore these enemies and just go and grab the white sword. Excuse me. Once you go left here, you'll see this basically repeats. Even if you go to the right, the only way to exit is to the left here. Gonna kind of take out a lot of the enemies here, just because when I get the white sword, kinda don't want to deal with them, to be perfectly honest. Really don't want to deal with them. So here I had a little trouble with the blue Lionel, just because the blue Lionel didn't want to sit there and leave the top area here. And as I've said, don't just don't mess with them. Even with the white sword, you don't want to kind of mess with them, just because, like me, I didn't have the blue ring, which, as I've said, lessens the the hits basically. Here, Link is just going to simply make his way to the one shop, grab, this is after opening up this particular medicine shop. I think the bottom bush and the two bushes there over there is a pay me for the door. Obviously Link is, gonna sit there and nab the one extra, the one other free heart, which got a little off, but it still counted. Growing up in the 80s and the 90s, being a dumb kid, I sat there and always took the potion because I really wasn't good with OG Zelda here. But growing up, I did kind of get better with it, with the game here, and here I kinda like, oh wait, 255. You can ignore the enemies. Well, enemies that basically kind of get in your way. And if you remember from the Famicom version, sit there and have the middle one for the blue ring. After getting the blue ring, then it's, sit there, and if you haven't picked it up, yet, definitely go after the 100 rupees. And the other, I think they're 10 rupees behind that wall. Here, just here with the white sword, you'll I'm not one of those people, that the enemies have 50 HP, you have 98. No, basically with the hearts, all the hearts here, you should have 6 hearts by now. before the in the pregame. In the pregame. Once they're with the one sword, you have one hit enemies, 2 hit enemies, 3 hit enemies, 4 hit enemies, 5 hit enemies. The 5 and 6 hit enemies are the blue and red Lionels. The red Lionels are the 5 hit enemies, and the blue Lionels are the 6 hit enemies. So once or I think the red Lionels are a 4 hit enemy, and the blue Lionels are 5 hit enemies. Either way, once you get the white sword, which is the first upgrade sword, all of the 2 and above hit enemies in the overworld go down 1 hit. As in, like, the blue, I think the blue Octoroks that you see, the blue, like the blue and red ones that you see by the medicine shop here, the red ones are a 1 hit enemy, and the blue ones there are a 2 hit enemy. The red Octoroks, I believe is the name, they still stay as a 1 hit enemy, but the blue ones go from 2 hits to 1 hit. And the orange moblins go from a 3 hit enemy to a 2 hit enemy. The blue or no, they go to a 1 hit. Either way, like I said, they, all the enemies from 2 and above go down 1 hit. So now Link being on the way to the first dungeon, picking up the other It's a Secret to Everybody, which is okay, but not a lot. As per usual, sit there and, move screen. He's moving screen, killing the enemies, moving screen, killing the enemies. Per usual, kill the enemy, enter dungeon /level 1, exit, kill the enemy again. If he drops anything before and when you exit, get the pickup. As like in the Famicom version, you have to kill the Keith in this room to get that key. Go over, Link's just going to go over to this room full of Skullfuls. Says grab that key, kill them and get whatever pickups they drop. Leave, and just like the Famicom version, when you enter and you leave, it opens that door. So, lucky to get that particular stopwatch to easily kill these Skullfuls. Kill all of these Skullfuls to have another key drop. And grab whatever whatever drops they get. get it, get them, and the key, grab the key, save the keys, and bomb as, like in the Famicom version, bomb this wall. With that, Link is, picked up the compass. Again, kill any enemy that gets in your way. As I've said before, I believe they're called gels. They don't drop anything. And kill those Stalfos. Kill these, I believe those are bokoblins. Open the door, gracefully walk in, and don't get hit by the traps. Push the block, enter here, get the bow, again, kill any enemy, kill any of the keys that are in your way. You don't need to kill all of them, nothing special is going to happen. You'll have to go and get your own cookie. Now, upon leaving here, do not gracefully exit. Try to gracefully exit like how I exited in the Famicom version. But exit there. When Link's exiting there, going down, it's going to go to the right there. And kill those bokoblins to get the boomerang, which kind of makes me wonder a little that if you don't get the regular boomerang, and I stupidly got that stopwatch, which stops the Master Hands from coming out. Like I said, in the Famicom version, I like to kill all of them just because, and you eventually, coming up, will have to kill all of them if you don't remember the Famicom version. But I like to sit there and kill them to get the pickups. But it kind of makes me wonder, while defeating Aqua Mentis there, if you don't get the boomerang, go to a dungeon/level 2 to sit there and get the magical boomerang, and then go back here to grab the boomerang. Will the magical boomerang still be showing, or will the regular boomerang come up? But Link now is gonna sit there and slowly make his way over to dungeon/level 2, killing those guys. If you really, really want to screw with the blue versions of the enemy there, you can. Nothing's stopping y'all from doing so if you want to. But here, just again, moving the screens, kind of keeping the distance. I do want to point out that the third off the last row on the left side there, the third push down, I don't remember if I did or not in this playthrough, but the third, I think I did, once or twice, but you want to keep that third push down from the left side here in the straight path is a medicine shop, in case you need it. But kill the moblins here. I know all the enemies have specific names. I just, in all honesty, I can't remember them all. But sit there and kill the moblins there. go over here. As if you don't remember, this is the walkway to. You don't really need to grab the ferry, but you did it anyways. This is dungeon / level 2. So I'm gonna go up to the right. Link's just gonna go up to the right, kill the ropes, get whatever pickups they drop. And yes, this is the grab the key. And yes, this is the dongle. Okay, the dongle fight one. So Link's going up, killing those ropes, going to the right here, killing these ropes. When you kill them, the door to the right there is just going to sit there and open up. Don't bother. I think that's the guy that basically says the dongles hate smoke, which is supposed to be a hint to be dropping a bomb near them. Link's just gonna sit here and make his way up, kill the enemies. I did get lucky finding that master one, the master one. If you didn't know, if you kill him right off the bat, then all the other ones will sit there and basically die. So here Link is just kind of getting his ass a little kicked, killing the ropes, going here, kill the bokoblins. I will say I could be switching them up. Those could be the moblins, and the ones outside are bokoblins. Again, it's just not to say I don't care. I just, I know a good portion of the names, and I am satisfied. Knowing a lot of them. Anyways, don't open that key door. I think it just, leads to a place where you'll get another key, basically the key that you wasted. And there's another key door in there, with another old guy sitting there giving you useless hint. But here, if you're quick enough, as you can see, if you're quick enough with dropping the bomb, you can sit there and place one, and then another, and have the dongle eat both. Getting the second Triforce piece from dungeon / level 2 is complete. But here, it's gonna kind of again slowly make your way to dungeon 3. I think it's at this point I decided to screw it and get the arrow. The arrows. And gonna sit here and just simply grab this 10 spot from this guy here. It's a secret to everybody. And simply go down, kill these enemies. And didn't really need the bombs, but there you go. Wrong section. And with that, just gonna simply meander to the right here, get the arrows, even though like I said, you don't really need to grab the arrows now. Preferably, I like grabbing them now. Being in the general area, having the rupees, being in the general area, having the rupees to sit there and get them now, being close, still kind of close to the 200 mark. You're gonna want to sit there and when you get to dungeon/level 4, you're gonna want to have 200 rupees. Okay, which is why if being in the area, you want to sit there and grab, if you have the rupees, grab them now. I think there might be, I also want to say, I think there might be, like 1 or 2 or maybe 3. That bush that I passed by, I think is one of the, it's a secret to everybody's, that gives out rupees. I can't remember, to be perfectly honest. But, I mean, if you sit there and you do, you basically do this here. Moving a screen, killing the enemies, move a screen, kill the enemies. You should basically not only be able to somewhat stay and hover in the 200 rupee mark, but you should also, if you need to, buy one of the second potions, or second life potions, as I think they're called here in the original Zelda game. And don't forget that there's the blue life potion, and then there's the second life potion, the red second life potion. Okay, buy the potions first off. Buy the potions. Secondly, don't forget that when you buy the second life potion, the red second life potion, if you use just one of them and you have the blue one, buy the blue one, because they'll make it red. As you can kind of see here, playing off the gold card here, you can see the coloring isn't really the best. As you can see, the zoos, I think they're zoos, Z-U-U-S, zoo enemies, Z-U-U enemies, those big a boy and his blob looking blobs there. If you have the wooden sword and you're going through here, those enemies will turn into gels when you sit there and you hear them kind of somewhat messing around with the keys, just because they're kind of in my, most of them were in my way. Gonna have to sit there and take out the dark nuts, the red dark nuts here, to open up the door on the bottom here, cross here. So having the white sword really does make a difference, because they went from being a 3-hit enemy to a 2-hit enemy. Once you get that, get whatever pickups they drop. I'm kind of messing around a little with these red dark nets, just because kind of had a bit of a feel. At the beginning of it, I was kind of having a bit of a feeling that they might surround me leaving, but I basically was proven wrong, because as you can see, they appeared somewhat away from me. So go up here, like in the Famicom version, go up here, grab the key, kill the zoos, or I'm just gonna call them blobs. Kill the blobs. They'll drop stuff, and just like the Famicom version, go down, go right 2 screens, and go up. Because the screen to the right, you won't see. The screen to the right, basically, you're basically wasting a key just to get to this screen here. I do want to make a bit of a side here while Link is basically going up and grabbing this key here and killing the keys here to open up the door to the right there. This is the special dungeon that people like to basically kind of make fun of, that it's of the special hateful symbol. If you're not up to date with Japanese culture and all of that, Japan does have a symbol, in the shape of this here. Forgetting what the name of it is, to be perfectly honest. I know it has a name to it. Didn't have a perfect drop like I did in, I believe, the Famicom version. But anyways, that's why, and as you can see there, I accidentally dropped a bomb when I meant to throw a boomerang. Anyways, as I've said, this isn't the hate symbol, the symbol for the special dickbags, douchebags, full of hate. If you really do want to, I would highly suggest looking up the history, the particular history of that particular symbol that Japan uses. It's just a damn shame that those fuck faces basically take it and have taken it and used it in that way. But Link now, after getting out of Dungeon 3, Link now is just kind of SOPing his way to dungeon / level 4. If I remember, I might not do this just because I ain't saying I'm lazy, but then again, I might just kind of forget well, before and well editing this, to put in at the end. I might sit there and do a little research just to kind of show, just to basically show what that particular symbol that Japan has actually means. Now here, I basically decide I have 200 rupees, and I might as well just grab the piece of meat now. I have time, and just a half. So here is, after using the raft, here is dungeon / level 4. You got another room where you have to sit there and kill the keys. The keys to get a key. Sorry, I got the TV on next to me. I doubt y'all can hear it, but I decided just to kind of have, the Game Show Network on while I have this on and hopefully talking to you guys. I don't know, I think I might have said this in the Famicom version, but because this is the White Sword. The White Sword is kind of like the wooden sword. It's kind of like the wooden sword, and the blob enemies, where you hit them and they basically break up into the keys enemies. Speaking of the blob enemies, that's this room here is enemy. Basically, kill those guys because they will drop you something. But I'm just gonna call them side hoppers here, like the Metroid enemies side, like the Metroid enemy side hoppers. Anyways, my suggestion in dealing with those enemies is getting them either by a wall, or when you swipe your sword, it's going to send them back. It's going to send them back and to release the keys. And when you hit them and send them back, send your boomerang, because there should be a good chance that once the keys are revealed, your boomerang will sit there and kill the keys as well. And just like my Famicom version, or just like my Famicom playthrough, this playthrough and the playthrough of NES Metroid, I got stuck there. NES playthrough of Metroid, at least. Yeah, these are not the smoothest of runs. They ain't. Just wait until my one playthrough. I believe 4-hour playthrough. See how close I get to death there. But kind of just ignoring those enemies, kind of just for now. That door, don't bother doing the key on that door because it leads to this room, and you will see why I say don't do it, because there's so much water here, you won't be able to, you can't really justify you can't really justify using key just to get stuck there, especially with enemies that don't give you shit, basically. Basically bomb that wall, I bomb this wall, I grab this key, I don't bother going to the room to the left, just because it's just going to sit there and lead you to this room here. And you can hear the dungeons there, just like that. Send them back. Unfortunately, that guy kind of got away. But as you can see, swipe and send. Swipe and send. Should be able to send them back, throw the boomerang, and get them. I didn't mention the other boss, the boss in Dungeon, I think, Dungeon 3's boss, I don't know his name, but here is the first appearance of the Gliok. I always, and to basically kind of show how stupid I was as a kid, I always thought that the name of that particular boss was called the Hydra, because you will see why in, I believe, Dungeon 7, I believe Dungeon 8, if I do kind of forget which bosses are in which bosses are in which what do you call it? I think the Aqua Mantis, I believe is in Dungeon / level 8. But here I'm basically going back to the area where get the what do you call it? Where you get the arrows, just grab the last 2 of the heart pickups. In doing so, you'll be able to get the last upgraded sword, which you will need if you're playing for the first time by this point. Because, and let me make this as clear as day, fuck the whiz robes. Fuck them here, fuck them in Breath of the Wild. I haven't encountered them, and I haven't challenged them in Tears of the Kingdom yet. But I can just imagine that they're as much of a bastard as they are in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, but yeah. Especially the blue ones, the blue whiz ropes. Really hate them guys. I am trying to keep this as PG enough, because I am gonna try a little something on YouTube, though I might redo this just for YouTube, to sit there and try to really hold off swearing. Just because I like to see, I want to kind of try something. But anyways, Link is basically slowly going up. The fish enemy that keeps popping up here, get this, I knew this, but if you didn't get this, is a Zora. This is the very first game that the Zora make an appearance. But yeah, Link is just gonna sit here and slowly make his way around. Basically take, basically kill these the enemies on the way here. And use those stair things. The stair things are right here. Basically, I always get confused by these, and I usually, and since I have the blue ring and the white sword, I decide to sit here and take out the red vinyls at least. But here, Link is just making this slow way to sit there and get the last sword upgrade. As you can see, the red Lionels became a 2-hit enemy, and the blue Lionels became a 3-hit enemy. Once you get the magical sword here, the red Lionels subsequently become a 1-hit enemy, and the blue Lionels became a 2-hit enemy. Now, here I'm just kind of, you know, spawning all the, I believe they're called genies or jinnies, just to sit there and once they get killed, hopefully get some hearts. But here I just kind of figured, screw it, just go to dungeon/level 5. Gonna take the stairs again. Just kind of shooting for the one that I entered in. And basically picked the wrong one twice. Well, technically 3 times, actually, if you want to count this one here. But I figured this is close enough. Might as well just go. Go to dungeon/level 5 to sit there and take care of that particular dungeon/level. Glad I got hit there. And as you can see, nothing happens to the p-hats when you get the stopwatch. It really is one of the reasons why I consider it to be a real hassle to sit there and you know, do them. So Link is just about don't really need the fairy, but Link's gonna get it. Anyways, Link's just gonna make his way to dungeon/level 9. Like I said, if you go to the right, you're gonna end up in this spot again. The only way out is to the left. Go up, I believe, 5 times. Take out that enemy Now, if you remember in the Famicom version, because the Famicom version, the second controller had a mic on it, all you would do is just sit there and, say something in there or yell in there and take out the pulse voice. Here you can use your sword and an arrow, but be careful with the arrows because every arrow that you use 1 rupee. So here you have Gyptos. You can see that there's a thing basically separating it. I would suggest killing them because they give you stuff, and B, the one has excuse me, sorry. The one has a key in it. It really isn't, to be perfectly honest, there isn't really a reason for you to sit there and really keep all the keys, because by level 8, dungeon dash level 8, you're gonna get I forget what it's called. I want to call it the master key, but it's the letter A key, which basically opens up any and all locked doors when you go up to them to unlock. But simply here with reversing those the blue dark nuts, go this way. Link is going this way. Open up that door, and this version actually has keys in it. So instead of forgetting this time, I actually remembered. Remember the 5th of September. No, but seriously, I remembered, I bet you'd like to have more bombs, guy, for 100 rupees. So, Link just basically makes his way back. Admittedly, yes, in recording this without the webcam or the mic here, I was using YouTube to sit there and watch because, I had this playing on my 55-inch screen TV. Again, if I didn't say this already, again, personally, I like bigger TVs, especially when it comes to watching movies. Have as close to that movie experience as possible, with, especially when you have popcorn and a drink, whether it be alcoholic, non-alcoholic, water, milk, or even a pop. But since Link has the dungeon item, the dungeon item being the recorder, gonna ignore the blue dark nuts. Don't really necessarily have a purpose in a way to kill them or defeat them. Wouldn't bother opening up that door either, I think, because it provides you with nothing. You do, however, want to use a key to open up the door up there. and I basically accidentally used 3 bombs, and yes, the dongle did eat all 3 bombs, even as he was disappearing. So, kill them, get the bombs, use a key to get... Totally forget. I totally forgot that there was, well, these blob enemies, and you get an extra key. A key that you're gonna automatically use here. So Link uses key, grabs the map, go this way, kill these guys, and grab the rupees. Link makes his way up, he defeats the Gibdos here. Grab that key. The red dark nuts here become a one-hit enemy, which means that as long as you're standing on the stepladder, they won't be able to touch you, and you can just kill them easily. And that was a 2 for 1. One of the Rolls Royce and the keys. Kill the rest of them there. Take care of these Gibdos. Grab this other really just useless key. I do like trying, when I'm in dungeon / level 5 here, I do like to sit there and try to get the Rolls Royce kind of lined up. A trick that I learned from the YouTube channel, You Can Beat Video Games, where you plant a bomb, do the recorder, and once you get done, and as the boss there is splitting, it'll sit there and be blown up by the bomb, and all you need to do is just hit it like once or twice more. And here I'm just taking out these enemies as per usual. And it is because, like I said, because you can't leave to the right, and you need to leave from the left. You're gonna have to kind of go around, and getting hit by the Zora there. And ignoring the P-hats there. Down. Take out these Octoroks and take out these guys here. I forget what their names are, to be perfectly honest. Take out these Octoroks, I believe are the names of them. And slowly, Link is making his way slowly to level dungeon / level 8. And take out these moblins and this blue octorok. Take out these guys here. And at full health, take out these guys here. Get that coin. As per usual, in Lost Woods, go up, left, down, left. And screw around with the blue and red line, those not the P-hats. Should be able to kind of screw around with these guys. And up here, Link is gonna make his way up, right, and then finally up to get to dungeon slash level 6. It's going to be a red line over here. And to the right, don't bother with the locked door up there. Do take care of the orange whiz ropes there. If I haven't sat there and said this enough, fuck those guys. Seriously. Such a pain in the ass. Take out the blobs, because they drop stuff. Take out the keys. I am gonna have to sit there, and the trick that I showed at the beginning of the Famicom version of Zelda, I am kind of curious with that, gaining, money and stuff. Here, I think I just forget that you can bomb the wall to the right there. And I just decide to push on. No, I think it's here actually. Yeah, it's here. Because I really don't want to deal with a lot of this here. Switch back over to Link switches back over to Boomerang. And did not get a good spawn with those, I forget what they're called. I'm just gonna call them the pom-poms. But Link grabs the map. And especially, I will say especially because why I say that this isn't my cleanest run is because it seemed like those pom-pom things friggin' stuck on me like white on rice. The paper in the snow form snowstorm kind of thing that they just kept up on me. So with the wand here, well, I will say, out of all the items in OG Zelda, the magic wand is pretty useless. Like, seriously, you get it, you don't really need to use it. There's no enemy that you can really use it on, or that is needed. The only usefulness that it provides is once you get the magic book. Once you get the magic book, that's when it shoots a thing and, you know, does a fire to light up dark rooms like this. But Link basically sitting here trying to remember exactly where the stairway is. And showing some caution here because the legs will eat your sword. This was basically a useless door to go in and do. And I think I then remember where supposed to go this ways. Take care of these guys. These guys now will stay in their solid form, and like the blobs will sit there and drop stuff. Don't exactly know what happened there, but got the stopwatch, which makes this room whole heaps of easier. Anyways, sit there and make the way to the boss again. Which is the Red Goma. Wasted a rupee right there, doing 2 shots. And simply kill this Lionel. Okay, so as that stupid old man says, go to where fairies don't live, which is dungeon slash level 7. There's the blue As you can see, I used one. There's the blue. Pick up the blue again. As you can see, it turns red, meaning it's the second potion again. Take out these red Lionels. Does make me kind of wonder if these Lionels are Richie. Sorry. I couldn't resist making a Lionel Richie joke there. And I think just because I didn't feel like trying my luck at the, or maybe I did want to try my luck in not hitting that, but get a little lost, get to here. But again, per usual, kill the enemies. Get the pickups. And with that, sit there and have 1, 2, 3 more screens to go right on. Yep. You're dead, bro. Good job. Like I said, as Link is slowly making his way, I will say I do hope that you guys, if you're at this point, I do hope that you guys are enjoying this particular run of the old NES first Zelda game. And I do also hope that if you're old enough where you did grow up, where your first console was the Nintendo Entertainment System back in the late 80s, I do hope that this particular playthrough is bringing back a bit of nostalgia to you guys, if you're old enough. And if you're new to the Zelda game, I would highly suggest playing NES Zelda here, because, even though that can be frustrating at times, it can be a really fun game to sit there and play. But, so, as per usual, and with that, I sat there and got, again, the, just so you guys can see, got the master keys. Do a lot of switching in this game, don't I? But here are the Stalfolds, the one with the not the glucose, but the compass. Here are the Moblins, the blue 2-hit Moblins, and the 1-hit Moblins. Sit there and make your way to I make my way here, or I bet you'd like to have more bombs. And that should have sat there and filled up all all the bombs. Yep, it did. In case you need bombs and want to take out these 3 dongles, be my guest on your playthrough. It is your playthrough, nevertheless. Usually if there's a middle water here, I like to kind of sit there to kind of mostly, at times I like to sit there and mostly avoid those pom-poms, because like I said, it just sits there and those damn things just sit there and stick on me, whether I like it or not. That I got all of them at once. Link is trying to figure out where he is going. And studying the map. And up. Here's the meat man. And have you met the meat man? There, I was just thinking, forget it. Screw it. I'm not dealing with those bokoblins. And thank you, you asshole, for having to sit there and taking my heart, or half a heart. I don't see how this is going to work out for the best for me. And with this, push block, and got the red candle, which means sit there and do as many of the fires as possible. Wall, hopefully it works. Nope. Backtrack just a little. Take out these bokoblins. Link makes his way to the right. I do enjoy the slowdown at times. Totally forgetting about the way content there. That isn't the way, even though that I did play and complete the Famicom version probably 3 or 4 days before I actually completed this. Here, basically, yeah, here I couldn't remember exactly where I was supposed to go. And I basically, kept referring to the map. And eventually, kinda think I figured it out. Did I not say that those pom-poms do enjoy sitting there and sticking to me? Take out these goblins. And test? No. And yes, I was really confused. Really confused as to what I was, missing. Try that again, find that it's nothing. I was not kidding when I said I was really confused and couldn't remember exactly where to go. And back to almost the beginning, because I'm an idiot. Of course, here I believe in my playthrough here I get the useless key. I decide since I'm there, like right there and by it, might as well just get that useless key. I do kind of make my way before figuring out. I do make my way back and all the way to that last, room in the second row. Oops, sorry. Yep, that's what I do. And just going to be taking out the bokoblins here. And with that, have this a-hole again. And here are some more Stoffels. Might as well grab the key. Might as well. Fun, not so fun. Fun enough. If you're playing the second quest, then the Stoffels will sit there and Stoffels will sit there and shoot a beam blade at you as well. So I believe this is the point where I finally remembered, quote unquote, figured out that Oh yeah, you're supposed to sit there and blast the wall to get to another part. You're in the way. As I fail at trying to get over twice. I'm not entirely overly concerned health-wise, and you will see why in a moment. But yeah, you'll see why in a moment. I'm not really worried about my health when getting to the boss. Now just gotta sit there and get kind of owned. Got 1 out of 3 eyes. And that's a simple bottom place there. I would sit there another way to call it. I would suggest another tip I would suggest is keeping your recorder out when you're versing, when you have these pom-pom things. Just because they take away your sword, and if you blow on the recorder, you'll be able to sit there and basically use up the time that your sword is gone. And by the time Link gets done with it, then you can sit there and swing the sword, basically. So, close to Aquamentus. And with that, dungeon / level 7 is done. Take out that orange moblin, take out blue moblins. Take out them, take out these Octoroks. And slowly meander over to dungeon / level 8. Which is that opening that I did. Sorry. Didn't get good sleep between last night and today, or between yesterday and at this point of me recording this. And I'm starting to kind of get a little tired. So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Eventually, make a somewhat short video using basically using the rewind button to sit there and when at the money making game, just to sit there and keep doing that, just to sit there and buy keys just to see how many keys you can have. Either before the number of the keys becomes glitched out, or the game quote unquote glitches. So here, just again, slow way to dungeon/level 8, going up from this side. Just to sit there and defeat these moblins. And to defeat these moblins as well. And here is dungeon/level 8. And with that, he went down easy. Well, get ready for a friggin' thing here with several blue of these guys. As I kind of panic and just start swinging around. Have a bit more of a hassle here with these guys here. With the Stolfos and the red and blue dark nuts. Grab that, because I'm sure you're probably gonna be needing a medicine in a little while. Maybe once or twice during this dungeon. Here's this guy once again. Here is the blue Goma. And again, I have a hard time. Might as well fill up the hearts. Switch back to arrows. And totally get 2 hits and luck up the rest. Have the boomerang. Since I basically got myself trapped, might as well take care of these red dark nuts and actually go into here to literally then let me try that again. Finally go in here to finally make those seven keys utterly and completely useless. Don't have a lot of rupees there, bud, so you're gonna not want to sit there and keep on shooting. as per usual, any enemy that gets in your way, take them out when you're in here. And Link's just gonna go explore more of the dungeon, sit there and hopefully get the second one, or the second item. I want to say that I think in this way through, which is what it's starting to kind of seem and look like, that yeah, I basically sat there and didn't get the compass, nor did I sit there and get the other dungeon item. Here is the 3 or 4-headed Gliok that I'm just soaking up the damage here, and just to get the heart in the Triforce piece. I am going back into here to grab the Book of Magic, or in the Japanese Famicom Disk System version, Bible. Not the Bible, but Bible. I always found that to be kind of funny. Don't quote me on this, I didn't check for myself while I was in this room, but I do think there's a bombable wall up there for rupees, I believe. I don't know if I mentioned, I think I might have mentioned this. Yes, Facebook Messenger link from Super Smash Brothers, the bat and punching bag thing. I am gonna sit there and mention that. As soon as I remember what that was. Maybe it's because I'm starting to get really tired right now that I'm totally blanking on what I was gonna say. If I remember, I'll just, you know what, if I remember, I'll just sit here and shove something at the end of this video of what I was trying to remember. Anyways, yes, I already did a playthrough. Here is the compass. Compass doesn't do anything and is basically of no use. But I already did a full playthrough of the GameCube version of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and I'm kind of thinking of doing another playthrough of Twilight Princess. It is for me, okay, for me, it is my second favorite Zelda game. I know with a lot of people who have the same number one as their Zelda game, say that Wind Waker is their second favorite game. For me, I respect it. I've barely kind of played it, and barely got like halfway before I just kind of, you know, got distracted by other things. But I can respect it. There's a lot of, like, you know, love towards the game. To be perfectly honest, I didn't really have, personally, much love towards Wind Waker, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that Twilight Princess came out, which will be another thing I'll have to I'll shove at the end of. No, you know what? Since Link is taking his time getting to Death Mountain, I'll look it up right now. When did The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess come out? November 19th, 2006 is when Twilight Princess came out. When did The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker come out? So, March 24th is 2003 for us in the United States. So, yeah, so I stand corrected. Now, before going on with my mini story, as the Famicom version, somewhat Famicom version, I should say, just not exactly like, but kind of like the Famicom version. As I'm playing, obviously playing this off cam, which I'll try to shove what I'm about to talk about, but if you look over to the opposite side, you should see this, my standard logo that I'm using, which is something from Nintendo. It's Samus's ship from Metroid Prime Remaster, kind of going into Talon 4. I'm basically kind of using, it's the same as my profile picture on Rumble. But anyways, doing this off cam without mic, I do, just like the Famicom version, I do have Dungeon 9 to my left here. Basically to my left, just to kind of help me, because every single time that I sit here and go through this game without, you know, help, I get fucking lost. I just get lost, and as I said in the Famicom version, there was actually not just one time, not 2 times, but I think like 3 or 4 times, I managed to actually get to Ganon without getting the red ring and the silver arrows, let alone the silver arrows. I did not have the silver arrows, and it was like, shit, really? Even one of my playthroughs, even one of my deathless playthrough runs of this, I managed to sit there and I should say one of my deathless run attempts, I managed to sit there and actually get to Ganon without the silver arrows. Anyways, as Link is heading up, to grab the red ring, and I believe also the map here. But as Link is making his way up to get the red ring, unfortunately, Wind Waker never really caught my interest at all. Here I'm not realizing that I only had one blue, and I felt like I kind of felt the need to sit there and use it now, and I didn't really realize that put me out of the potions. Also, I will say that I'm kind of impressed by those who can sit there and do the 3 heart challenge. I am not doing that, by the way. I don't know what happened here with that, but anyways, I'm really impressed by those who can sit there and do the 3 heart challenge. 3 heart challenge with just the one sword. 3 heart challenge without the one sword, where you are swordless throughout the entire game. Really impressed by them. The good thing about, I think these guys are called Petras. Once you defeat them, they're gone. They're like the boss of a dungeon, where they're just gone. But anyways, yeah, Wind Waker never really caught my interest. Don't get me wrong, Wind Waker, especially Toon Link, did sit there and eventually grow on me. You know, it's one of the games I've been meaning to try to not only play through fully, but also do a full playthrough, especially for you guys. Especially, you know, at least especially for especially one of the tunes being Dragon Roost Island. That song definitely sits there and, like, it's caused me to rethink. It's caused me to rethink my #1 Zelda 2. Okay. My #1 and, I should say, my #1 and #2 Zelda 2. It's caused me to rethink them, okay? Because my number one tune is and always will be the Dark World theme from The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and subsequently The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. And my #2 Zelda tune being it's a combination of there's two of them, and which is basically kind of the same, and you'll see kind of why. But with that, I lost because of my stupidity, I lost my magical shield. But my number 2, like I said, technically is 2 different ones, but it's the same. It basically is the same, the same tune. It is Night of the Falling Rain, I believe it is the first one, and the second one being Hyrule Castle. Like I said, they're basically the same. They're basically the same tune. The only difference between them, really, the only difference between them, and here I'm kind of saying even though that I know that the Waycaughts are up there, I'm kind of deciding to go back out of dungeon/level 9, dungeon/level 9 to get another thing of second potion and big shield again from that one place that does it for 90 rupees. But yeah, like I said, Night of the Falling Rain and Hyrule Castle essentially are literally the same tune. The only difference between them is Night of the Falling Rain just has, the rainfall sound for it. So since got the A's, can just literally open the doors and any and all the doors if you want. The only problem really is once you have the game key and you finish the game, you won't be able to go back to sit there and you won't be able to go back, sit there and actually open every single door. Got a little confused. Trying to get out of here. Like I said, I'm willing to admit that it's not my smoothest run. It really is not my smoothest run at all. So, as I'm trying to sit here and figure out a way out of Dungeon 9, like I said, even today, even to today, there we go, even to today, here I'm just checking to my left where the Waycaugh is, where it, go this way, go that way, go this way, go that way, thing is. But like I said, even to today, and even though that it's gotten much more love than it did, initially when it came out in 2006, I still kind of feel that Twilight Princess doesn't get the love that it, the love that it should, that I feel it should. I mean, we ain't talking about the Philips CDI games here, where it's like, it's understandable why it's hated. But like I said, I don't feel that Twilight Princess really gets the love and respect that it should. that's just me. That's just me. By the way, when exiting, if you go to the left here, which you will see, there's a close by medicine shop. Now, instead of spending the money, use one of the potions, spend some more money, and get that, you might as well just get the second potion. I'm just kind of thinking, get the second potion, sit there and just, take out the enemies somewhat slowly, because Link has the red ring, the damage intake / defense he has gets lowered even more. So you should relatively be able to somewhat sustain some more damage by the enemies out here in the overworld. But even still, gonna be close to getting the magical shield. Getting the magical shield, and filling up the hearts should be able to clear the rest of Dungeon 9 easily. Hopefully. I'm hoping. Hey, look, lucky number 69. Yeah. That's just, it's my opinion. If you have a differing opinion where, let's say you're like, Twilight Princess is the worst. Oh, I hate it. That's fine. That's you. That is you. That's fine. I really like it. I know one of the main complaints of Twilight Princess that people say, that Ganon basically felt like he was shoehorned in. I didn't really feel that way, to be perfectly honest. I honestly felt Ganon was presented in the game in the best way possible, where I believe the guy is Zant, I think. There you go, take that, you dick. But anyways, I think Zant was the what do you call it guy, and like once Ganon had, once Ganon was revealed, in the game, it does, when he was sitting there, I think one of the lines was, my God promised me, all the power, all this power and stuff. It did kind of make more sense. And obviously, I'm sitting here only referring to mainly the English/US version of Twilight Princess. I don't know what the HAL and Japanese version/script said. But again, it's just me. That's just lonely old me. With that. So, back in dungeon/level 9. Not gonna really bother going anywhere else except for the silver rose, and more than enough. In fact, I could have sat there and probably gotten one of the mutes to sit there and complete up there, to sit there and, you know, have a full inventory, but I didn't. Ignore these guys, go up to the right. Totally forgot about this Petra because I did. Like I said, once you kill this enemy, the Petra enemy, you know, he basically stays dead. Especially if you leave the Slacy, the old man there with. Well, I guess good for you. Anyways, even if you leave dungeon/level 9, you won't sit there and come back. And as I said, it's time to sit there and grab the silver arrows. Kill these guys, see what if they give anything. That's good. And I do think this is the playthrough where I sit there, I quickly check to see if I still had the magical shield. Because you won't believe the amount of magical shields I went through because I got trapped by a like. Take out these wizards again. I couldn't remember, so I just took a chance that I believe this is to the silver arrows here. I think I did quickly check the map, just the what do you call it, map. And here I'm just gonna take out the whiz robes. And because I'm a total and absolute screw up, I continue because I'm remembering now that yes, this is the way to Ganon. And I will point out, this is exactly why during the fan... Yep, see? Right there is Ganon, and like I said, this is exactly why during the Famicom version and this version, off screen, I had a map sit there directing me, basically helping to direct me where to go, because had I not thought about it, and had I went in there and not have the map to my left, I would have sat there and went straight Ganon. And I would have been the dumbass. I would have been the dumbass who, again, tried fighting Ganon without the silver arrows. So here I'm basically trying to figure out my way, because I think I did realize at, you know, between there and at one point where my mistake was. that was supposed to go down the one set of stairs. Yep, still have the magical shield. Yeah, I was supposed to go down the one set of stairs where the petrol was in order to sit there and get to the silver arrows. I have, also kind of keeping track. I had on the second row 3.5 hearts. Here I have 3 hearts on the second row, so I'm just thinking I should be good. If you're playing this for the first time, you might want to be a little bit more cautious going forward. If you're missing 5 hearts, God was just lucky in getting not only that stopwatch, but also that fairy, which basically reconfirms me not having to worry, really, until I get down to either 1 or half a heart. So, I believe it was here or early that, like during the screen transitions, that I kind of glance over and see, oh, I was supposed to go here. And as per usual, enemies in the way, kill them. They were in the way, so I killed them. I believe here I just take out these whiz robes in order to make sure that when I bulldog myself through here, and bulldog myself through here and Leroy Jenkins myself through here, that I can just get here, that I can just get to that point and get myself out. It's like these pom-poms have nothing better to do but to stick on me. But simply push the block, Link goes in, Link grabs the silver arrows. 112 rupees is well more than what you need for the end game here. Going up against Ganon, because you just need 1 rupee. You just need 1 rupee in order to sit there and do 1 silver arrow against Ganon, and you're done. So as Link is just making his way back to Ganon with 1.5 hearts on the second row, silver arrows and 2 medicines, just as a precaution. Just as a precaution in case it is needed. Bulldog your way, Leroy Jenkins. Let me do that again. Leroy Jenkins yourself and bulldog your way through there. Don't care about getting hit by the traps. Go here, defeat this Petra. I believe is this enemy's name. Should be relatively easy. Now missing 1.5 hearts. Now just half a heart on the second row, or the first row. Showing the Triforce, there's Ganon. As per usual with me, swipe all around. until you hit Ganon. I think it's 3 or 4 times hitting Ganon before he turns red. There's 1 hit. There's 2 hits. There's 3 hits. It didn't really catch that I was on 1 heart, but I figure since I'm on 1 heart now, do the medicine, fill up all the way. There's the 4th hit. Accidentally use the medicine, but don't care. 2 shots. And Ganon is defeated. Got the Triforce. Take out these. Shoot Zelda first with the silver arrows. But take out the fire. Didn't know you can do that with the silver arrows with the fire. Anyways, thanks Link, you're the hero of Hyrule. Anyways, I'd like to sit here and take the credits here time in thanking you, yes, you personally, for spending time with me, going through OG Legend of Zelda Gold Cart, and with that, I hope to sit here and continue seeing you guys in the continuing videos. There's really nothing else left for me to say, but I personally hope that you guys were able to rest, relax, decompress, or whatever. If you guys were eating, drinking, or snacking on anything, I hope that tasted great. And until next time, guys, duly, please stay rested.